Hello everyone. Welcome to Paper Happinessity with Monica. My name is Monica Formosa and I'm a independent Stamping Up demonstrator here in Queensland, Australia. That's on the East Coast. Today I'm creating a project for Stamping Around the World video hop. Now I will admit to a little boo-boo. I have already done a video and realized that the theme I used was actually for April and not March. So I'm back again. You won't see that one until April, but I do, until April. But in my video, I do say it's for March, but it's not really for March. This one's for March, okay? So the theme for March is our favorite technique. And I kind of, ummed and ahed a fair bit because there's so many things that I love to do in my card making, but I will say getting messy with ink and doing a little bit of watercoloring is kind of my thing that I love to do the most. So that's what I've done. So this is the card that we'll be creating today. We have a little bit of watercoloring in the background and then a little bit of stamping over the top. I'm not sure whether that shows up on camera. There's a little bit of text in the foliage and then the beautiful contrasting butterfly on top with a sentiment. Now you don't have to put a sentiment on there if you don't like. You can just put something in the middle if you kind of just want to leave it a little bit more clean. Okay, and then a few embellishments and you're done. If you wanted to, the beautiful butterfly dies is what I've used. Does come with a second die that you can use. And if you've got a little bit of vellum, I'm thinking that maybe that would look nice behind the detailed die. Okay, so, but that's entirely up to you. All right, so for this project, the beautiful butterfly bundle is what I'll be using. I'm not using the embossing folder. It's a hybrid embossing folder. You can put your dies in here and die cut and emboss all at the same time. It doesn't ruin your embossing folder at all because they are made specially to be able to do that. I can't get this in there now and I'm not going to even try on camera. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, and that's the stamp set you get. You've got a lovely diverse range of different sentiments, which is a great all occasion kind of thing. And who doesn't love butterflies? And I know there are a few of you that don't, but you know, they are pretty. Okay, the other things that other stamp sets I'm using is the elements of text. I'm using this the longer one here. You could also use these splodges or splatters in the background, and then the lovely textured notes. Oh, okay, if you don't have this particular one, have a look in your stash. I'm sure you've got a text stamp somewhere. If you don't have one that's the right size, by all means stamp it twice. You know, like, it's all about being resourceful with what we have. You don't have to have what I've got. I'm a demonstrator, so I do have the option of having the most up-to-date stamp sets, but you know, use what you have in your stash. No one's gonna get mad. Same with this one, textured notes. I'm using this guy here. An alternative would be the Forever Fern. Everyone was a favorite. Forever Fern was a favorite of everyone, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm sure there'd be something in there or something similar amongst your collection that you have. All right, so those are that's what I'm using. That's what I've used for here. Embellishments, I've grabbed the adhesive backed sequins trio. I've lost the back of this. I do classes, so it was probably thrown out in the rubbish months ago. But you've got a white, I'll put this, you've got a white, a green, and like this lovely soft pink, and that's what we were using. If you were lucky enough to get the sequins from Celebration, that would be another great option. I will need my trimmer, my paper trimmer. And then I've got adhesives, a blending brush because I need it, my snips, and my high-tech smooshing tool is just a block. This is a B block. If you still have the A block, which is the teeny tiny one, you could use that, or any size block really, but the smaller the better because you don't want anything that's too big. Okay, and I've also got a water spritzer. Okay, I've got this one. I just find that the Stampin' Up ones empty too quickly for me for some reason. It's because I use them a lot. So I'm forever filling them up. And I'd rather fill one once than fill one 10 times while I'm creating. All right, okay, so to start with, I've got my glass mat too. I haven't got my big overhead lights on, so I am trying to make do with my window, and because what happens if I'm using my glass mat, the light just reflects in it, and it's chances are you'll see more of my light than anything else that I'm creating. All right, so a piece of thick white, basic white cardstock. I've trimmed it in half lengthways, and I'm going to go across to 5 3/4 because that's my custom sized card front. I'm going to score. Oh, that didn't score. Why did that not score? Are you not in there? Did that score? That scored that time. I'm going to score and then fold it over and then trim off that teeny tiny bit that's left over. Now you please create a card base that is whatever you prefer. This is just how my brain operates. And then this piece, I'm going to cut it in half this way, and we're going to use cut. I had to think there for a minute. And then these two pieces we're going to use for our watercoloring. Okay, so I'm going to put that away nice and safe so it doesn't get splattered, because things. And I'm going to put my, all right, there's a look at the card. I'm just going to put that one up there too, so it's out of the way and doesn't get splattered. Oh, there goes my block. All right, 2 colors, Fresh Freesia and the lovely Lemon Lime Twist for just that pop of color. Okay, and I've got my stamps set up on my blocks, the foliage and the text, so we will use them down the track. I do also have a blending brush because I want to blend a little bit of ink around the edges of my butterfly just to give them a little bit of extra definition. I kind of felt that the pale on that one especially, the pale color kind of got lost amongst the background. Okay, so that's my spare. No, I need both of those, but that's fine. We're going to do this one. I will do the butterfly bit first. So I'm just going to put a little bit of ink down on my glass mat. If you don't have a glass mat, just use a piece of window sheet or acetate or some non-porous surface. If you've got the silicone mat, you can. And my mat, this is wobbling. There's something not right here, but anyway, we'll persevere. Lots of water, okay? I'm putting down lots of water because I really don't want a strong color. I'm going to get my block and we're going to go smoosh this ink down. Try not to get it too muddy as what's happening there. I've got a paper towel is what I'm after. Excuse me, guys, while I reach up, because yellow, sorry, the green, the lime green and the purple will actually go brown. All right, so that might, oh no, yeah, butterfly we're doing. And have fun. Like, every time you do this, it's going to be different. But anyway, there we go. So there's a little bit of colour. We're going to let that dry. And I'm going to wipe this off and start again. Because I don't need the purple. All right. Get your heat tool out and give that a good blast with your heat tool, or let it dry overnight before you die cut. Please make sure that it's nice and dry before you die cut, because it won't die cut cleanly. All right, so that's over there. It's kind of pretty. Okay, the next one, all we're doing on this one is lemon lime twist, and this is going to be our background in behind our butterfly. A little bit of ink, lots of water, and all I'm going to do is, and this doesn't have to be and that's probably enough, to tell you the truth. The more random it is, the better. Okay. If you wanted to, you could add a little bit of water, flick it on, but just remember that this isn't watercolor paper. So the more water you add, the more you're going to compromise your cardstock. By all means, if you wanted to use proper watercolor paper, Stampin' Up do have watercolor paper. So if you want to go a little bit further with your techniques and your dimension, adding texture, by all means, please do go and use watercolor paper. Okay, all right. So I do need to dry this off. Okay, hopefully that's nice and dry. All right. Now what I'm thinking is, where's my stamp set? I think I might just add, I didn't put any on my other one, but I think I might just grab these beautiful images, the splodgy images, and add a couple of those. So in my description box below, there'll be a full list of everyone that's participating in this video hop. Please do go and check everyone's videos out once you're finished here. Okay, I'm actually going to do second generation stamping, so I'm going to stamp, and I've got a piece of scrap paper here, and I'm just going to add I don't want it to be in your face. All right, that might do for that because we are going to add other stamping. All right, so let me put that over here. Same with our texture, or our text. Sorry, texture. What am I thinking? So I'm going to ink it up, stamp off, and then try and line this up so it's straightish. And the piece of cardstock that I'm using is actually larger than what I need, so I'm going to trim it down. It is super faint in the background, but that is exactly what I want. I don't want anything too obvious. Oh no, I still need that. Oops. Okay, now last but not least, we're going to do this stamp, and what I'm going to do is I'm only stamping up, not all of it, because I don't need all of it, and I'm going to go diagonal. Stamp off, stamp on, and use my second generation, and the same again. Stamp on, stamp off, stamp on. Okay, and then we have this lovely background. Where it's joined there, you won't notice that so much because that's where our butterfly will go. Okay, so that's all we're doing for that. So let's trim this down. I have a little bit of a halo thing happening there, but that's all part of the texture, I kind of feel. All right, so for my layers, for this one in particular, I'm just going to go take off an eighth, might go to the top, an eighth of an inch less than what my card front measures. For those that use centimeters, that's probably 1/2 centimeter. Okay, make sure I've got that right. Yes, and that should be 4. Yes. So that for me, for my custom size, that's 4 inches across by 5 5/8. Okay. All right. Now the heat will warp this. If you wanted to, run it through your die cut machine. It will actually flatten it out. I'm not kidding. Oh, this is... And I'm going to use my seal. I don't use this very often, but I kind of... Oops. Because it's so wobbly, like it's warped. And the other reason why I don't use this very often is that once it's down, it's down. So I don't get much of a chance. My card front is over in my box. Okay. Yeah, so as I was saying, guys, please do go and check out my description box underneath this video. If you click on more, and then I think you need to actually click on more again, there will be a list of everyone who is participating. That's not great, but that's going to do. Please go and show them some love, like, and support our little papercraft businesses by giving us a like and a share and a comment underneath each one. That would be awesome. We're quite a creative bunch of demonstrators, and I'm sure you're going to be inspired by somebody somewhere. All right, so I want to now, okay, through the magic of TV, I've actually prepared a butterfly earlier. Oh, and before we stick that on, what I want to do, so then I would make sure that this is completely dry, and then die cut a section out using your butterfly die, which is what's happened here. If you wanted to, add a little bit of Winker Stella, bit of shine, bit of sparkle, and why the heck not? Let me see. I don't think there's too much. Oh yeah, as I say, I don't think there's too much in that. There we go, a little bit of sparkle. I'm going to get my fresh freesia, and I am going to add just a little bit of colour to my edges. Once again, just to give it a little bit of definition. And I'm literally just splodging that on. All right, so there's our, I'm just going to wipe this. When you purchase your glass mat, you do come with a grey chamois, but I've just put mine somewhere nice and safe. And of course, I can't find it now, can I? Because that's Murphy's Law. All right, I'm after my mini dimensionals, and I had them here because I like they've got the thicker ends. Here they go. All right, this is what I'm after. So I'm just going to cut I think that's all I need. So I've trimmed off a little bit of the side from my mini dimensionals, and I'm just going to add this down here, making sure I get it so it doesn't peek through on the other side, and the same again on the other side. I can't wait to go and see what everyone else has created. I'm can be a bit of a I'm always curious to see what other people enjoy doing, what their favorite technique is. All right, so I'm going to just go again and go down a bit further. What I want to do is I'm actually going to add glue. Is that, I haven't peeled it off. I actually want to add glue to the body of the butterfly, and then by putting foam underneath the wings, that will hold the wings up a little bit higher and give it a little bit of dimension. All right, now this is a little bit fiddly, I must say, but it's worth it. There we go. And glue, liquid glue this time. I've probably got a little bit too much there. I've got a piece of cardstock scrap here. Let me just wipe that off. Put that straight into the bin. We'll peel off the backs. And by using the thicker cardstock too to begin with, because we use the thick white, it also gives it, supports it a little bit more as well. All right. Okay, I've got dimensionals everywhere. Oops. All right, a little bit of an angle. Stick the body down and then stick the wings down. There we are. All right, there's our butterfly. And also through the magic of TV, I've already stamped a sentiment. You don't have to put a sentiment on there, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split it, because I've split this one. This time I've stamped it in the fresh freezer. I kind of think the this is actually, what's that one? Oh, my mind's gone blank. Blackberry Bliss. All right, so in the middle, snip down the center if you wanted to. If that's not a big enough gap, you could stamp them separately, and I think I might just go a little bit more and a little bit more. Maybe on the top as well. And we will add dimensionals to that. Flip that over. And don't worry too much if your cutting isn't straight. It all adds to the shabby chic feel that's happening. Okay. So we're going to, and I like to just, oh, that's it. I'm not happy with that dimensional. It's poking out there. I can see it peeking out from underneath. There we go, that's better. Yes. I don't think that's straight. Still not straight, I don't think. See if I can gently. That's better. Okay, and a little bit of bling and we're done. If you wanted to, you could add a little bit of color, like you'll have a little bit of this left over. You could add that to the middle of your card just to bring that pattern into the center. What am I doing? Bling. And of course that's gone missing too. Oh, why is it that I can have everything in the box to start with and then it just all magically runs away when I need it? Okay. It's just so pretty. Okay. Do I want, I don't think this is going to be right, but you could add a few of the clear ones down the middle. takes me back to how we did things in days of past. There we go. That doesn't look too shabby at all. Love it. All right, so there's my original with the Blackberry Bliss, and then there's my second one, and it's still not straight. Let's see if I can get that where it needs to be. Yeah, that's better. Fresh freesia on this one, which I think kind of this one grabs your attention. The sentiment pulls your attention away from the pretty focal point on the butterfly, and I'm going to add, believe it or not, I'm going to add some of these to this guy, just the small ones. Use them up because we've got a new catalogue coming out in when is it? April? May for I believe May. If you're a demonstrator, you will be able to pre-order a select number of products in April. So if anyone's wants a bit of a sneaky peek, now's the time to join up, because there's also a I know I'm filming this in February, but yeah, it's being a demonstrator has its perks. You get to order before anyone else, you get a sneak peek, you get to do lots of lovely things, join a wonderful community of like-minded crafters. And I don't think I'd be here where I would be today. Like, I've made some wonderful friendships from all over the world by becoming a demonstrator, and it's a wonderful feeling to have. All right, guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for coming and watching. Like I said, a great way to support my little papercraft business is to give me a like and a share if you've got friends who might also be inspired by what I've shown you today. And I can give you a run through of the products, but you can rewind and just watch the beginning, and I go through it there. That's our card today. I love it with a little bit of Winker Stella on there. I think it just makes it so much pretty. Gives it a glow. All right, guys. Bye for now, and see you all again next month. Bye.